Hi, I'm Andre, and yes, I am here to talk about the Ghostbusters trailer. This is our first chance to see how this Ghostbusters movie will be.
This is all I gotta say about this fucking Ghostbusters trailer so far. It looks like, I'm calling it right now, dude. It's gonna be the same exact as the first movie, but the gender switch.
And this is gonna be a little bit of a different type of trailer review because I didn't watch this trailer just on the internet. They did a sneak preview screening of the Ghostbusters trailer at the special event where they had all the Ecto-1s out there. They had the old Ecto-1 and the new one. They had a bunch of Ghostbusters memorabilia. They invited a bunch of press out. They had a bunch of Ghostbuster fans and people who were part of Ghostbuster leagues across the country dressed up and everything. So I'm able to give you a little bit of extra inside information about the trailer and the movie that's not just out there on the internet. So you're getting a very special insider exclusive review right here. But don't think that whining and dining me with some Ghostbuster costumes and memorabilia gonna let me be critical about this thing. I'm gonna tell you what I like, I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like. I know this movie has caused a whole lot of controversy since its inception, and yes, I know it's gonna be hard to not try to compare this to the original movie, but there's gonna be times where I'm gonna have to because it says Ghostbusters on it. You can't avoid it.
We were living in the world of Minority Report. The little red ball would have fallen and Agatha would have been like, murder. Because holy murder. Yeah, fans are not happy. They are pissed. Yeah, this trailer's getting a bad rap. The movie's already getting a bad rap. I feel like it was dead on arrival, though. Ghostbusters is one of the most beloved comedies of all time. If you remake it, it's gonna get hate out the gate. It's just gonna happen. And to be completely honest, are there people out there who are hating on this trailer simply because there are 4 women who are now the new Ghostbusters? Yes. Is it warranted? No.
It's gonna be that Adventure Time episode, an overglorified fan fiction, you know.
What news do you bring?
Roger wants me to do this other conspiracy theory. So you know that one movie Wizard from like 1970 something?
An illuminating history bearing on the everlasting struggle for world supremacy, fought between the powers of technology and magic.
Well, I have a theory, or a conspiracy theory, that our own Adventure Time is a sequel to Wizard.
Following the adventures of a human boy named Finn and his best friend, Jake the dog, Adventure Time can be described as anything from science fantasy to surreal humor, and most commonly, post-apocalyptic.
So you know, Ralph Bakshi, right? He ends up making this big fucking school after Wizards, right? And thus, almost everyone that freaking goes to that school, well, everyone that is in Cartoon Network went to that school, and so it would only be, like, logical if Adventure Time was a sequel to Wizards, because it does make sense.
They called it different names, but
there was the Great Mushroom War.
A long time ago, like in ancient times or whatever, after the premiere of Cheers, but before recording with VHS became outdated, a great nuclear war totally stopped.
The world blew up in 1,000 atomic fireballs.
Then it ended with a mushroom bomb, a chunk of the Earth gone, and most of human civilization in ruins.
It took 2 million years for some of the radioactive clouds to allow some sun in. By then, only a handful of humans survived.
Those who survived included magical beings, the undead, and those already without souls, like businessmen.
The rest of humanity had changed into hideous mutants. These mutant species floundered in the bad areas, radioactive lands that never allowed them to become human again, and made each birth a new disaster.
Some pretty cool, and some not so cool.
Then, in the good lands they came back, arising from their long sleep. Fairies, elves, dwarves, the true ancestors of man. They lived happily in the good area.
As time passed, those mutants became sentient, creating new civilizations throughout the land of Ood.
But they have a lot of similarities, and the evil wizard from Wizards looked a lot like the evil guy in season 1 of Adventure Time.
Attention! Leaders of tomorrow's master race! Fall.
But does that mean everybody or most people who hate this trailer are just being sexist? No. In fact, I think most people who hate this trailer do for very unsexist and valid reasons.
It's gonna be a Fiona and Cake Ghostbusters.
It looks like it's gonna be good. It starts out, it's like... Oh, whoa, is this like a sequel? Holy shit, did the events of Ghostbusters actually happen? Well, we've been told, no, that's not the case.
You know how sad it is that we live in a world where fan fiction has become like a greenlit bullshit?
Something I thought was interesting, and they talked about this in the Q&A, the humanoid ghosts are actual people. And then in CGI, they would enhance them to look more like ghosts. So for example, that first ghost they see in the trailer that throws all the slime on Kristen Wiig, that's an actual actress, and she was wearing an LED light suit, and then in CGI, they added all the different effects to make her glow and stuff like that. Paul Feig said that he wanted to be sure whenever possible to have them act with actual people as ghosts as opposed to acting to tennis balls. It's nice to know there's going to be some practical effects and actual people playing ghosts in this thing.
Quite frankly, and this is why most people are pissed, you have exactly what you would think you would have with this cast. You have Kristen Wiig being Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy being Melissa McCarthy. Leslie Jones, admittedly, I haven't seen in a lot of stuff. She certainly yells a lot in this trailer.
Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones are going to be the stars of this movie. And what I mean by that is they are going to be the scene stealers in this movie. Every joke that I laughed at out loud was from one of them. Kate McKinnon is playing this incredibly kind of zany, crazy nuclear engineer.
As all the rest are walking cliche cookie cutter versions of what I've already seen them in, this girl's the one who's kind of different. She has her sleeves rolled up. She has kind of a swagger to her, like she just doesn't give a shit. She looks like she's the one with attitude. Like the way she winked at the camera and smiled, I just liked it. That is personality as I want to see it.
And Leslie Jones is a New York City subway worker who happens to stumble upon the ghost. She's bringing that everyman attitude to it, kind of like Winston did in the original movie.
And as always, I'm always rooting for the movie. I want to come out of this movie going, holy God, that movie was badass. Everything behind it looks like it could be. You got Paul Feig directing. You ultimately have the director and some of the cast of Bridesmaids doing this. I thought Bridesmaids was great. The credentials are there. I'm just saying, from a trailer, you never actually know what's going to happen.
And I know a lot of people are concerned about Melissa McCarthy, and I get it. You know, I thought she was great in Bridesmaids, but you could tell that some of the movies after that were people just trying to recreate that character or a variation of that character, which is why I think some people sort of get critical of her. That's the thing that happens with comedians. When they get a breakout role, every comedy movie they put them in after that always seems to be the same type of character.
Oh yeah, and another thing, fuck you, Amy Schumer. You're the reason why this is fucking a green light. Because your brand of humor is infecting all humor. You're unfunny generic, you think it's funny but you're not. Humor is the big in thing, so fuck this movie.
So yes, it's obvious that there will be slime in this. We see Kristen Wiig get slimed like crazy. We also see a very classic slime-related ghost that we all know and love. Slimer makes a cameo in this. And at the Q&A, Ivan Reitman hinted that there'll probably be some other references to Ghostbusters past in this, but just in different ways. So definitely be on the lookout when you watch this movie for some in-jokes and references. They're also playing on the whole, there is no Data, there is only Zool, of possessing people with ghosts. As you can see, Melissa McCarthy gets possessed in this trailer, and then the ghost just gets smacked out of her thanks to Leslie Jones. And I love that she slapped her. It's already out, but you know Leslie Jones, the power of Patty compels you. Slap! I mean, if you don't like Melissa McCarthy, if you do have problems with her, you want to see her face get slapped, this movie works for everybody, I guess. Chris Hemsworth makes a cameo, but it's like a quick, like, he just opens the door and goes, "Hi, I'm Chris Hemsworth." He's supposedly the receptionist. He's playing the Annie Potts role in this movie. But what's interesting about it, and this is a little bit of a theory, they bring him up in the trailer when they're doing the dialogue about how ghosts can possess other people. So I'm wondering if it's possible that Chris Hemsworth might get possessed in this movie, because there's already that spoiler of the Lego showing him in the suit. What if he gets possessed by a ghost and then he puts on that suit and the Ghostbusters have to take him out? Like, that would be pretty cool. I don't know if it's gonna happen. That's just a complete theory.
Just like last year when we wanted to boycott Jim, let's boycott this fucking fag fest.